Alright, in this video I'm going to show you few nifty tool for development. This video might get little lengthy, so have patience. I've prepared something for you people to use it and tell me what is missing. Okay, and these tools are very important, and some big project use this tool. Underline, these are basically all low level stuff, so I just accumulated few stuff about those tools in a single place, and I'm going to show you everything step by step. Okay, so have patience. So without further ado, let me get into the editor. I'm doing it on editor. It can be done on terminal, doesn't matter really, so I'm doing it for the sake of convenience, nothing else. So to get to my notes, and here is my note. Okay, so few stuffs are there, as you can see. If all these things are familiar to you, never mind, pass it on to somebody who are not familiar with it. That is the purpose of this video also. Okay, so let me open up terminal, and okay, so I have few file in this directory already, absolutely ordinary C file, one assembly file, okay, one object file, and one executable. These 4 files are already here. I make it, as you can see from the name, it's an absolutely ordinary stuff. Okay, so I'm going to use this file to show you the demonstration about the stuff I'm going to show you. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is called Objcopy, which is nothing but a object copy. Okay, so its first whole and sole purpose is to copy object file from here to there, as simple as that. It does so many other things, but the main purpose, that's why the name is Objcopy. Okay, so if I go to the next buffer, and in this particular directory, if I write Objcopy, I already have an executable, right? And if I'm going to make, well, that's it, it copied. Okay, new executable is there, new object file is there. Okay, all right, so moving on to the next file. Now, as it mentioned here, if I have given a source and destination in the previous command, right? Here it is also saying if no destination file name is supplied, then the Objcopy command replaces the original file with the copied file. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing what has been written. Okay, So if I do stat hello world, it shows me like this. Okay, now if I do and say hello world, oh sorry, start hello world, okay, and then I stat again, see, so there is no difference because it destruct the original one and create a new one, as simple as that. Okay, and basically what it does behind the scene, it create a temporary file, and then once it is done, it is destroying the original and save the temporary one. Okay, so you'll get an exact replica of the original. Alright, okay, so let me get on to the next one. Okay, now here in this section it says remove only a particular section from the copied file using -R option. This option lets the Objcopy command to copy the complete source file except the section specified along with this option. Okay, so I'll show you how it can be, it is okay, so which is not, you might, okay, let me show you how you can do that. Okay, so if I write, so here is one thing, you see this is here is something called .interp, and there is no place in between the flag and the option. This interp section has, it is a section inside the object file. Okay, that's why it is mentioned there. If you wanted to know about that, let me show you how you then you can okay, so instead of run Objcopy, there is a tool I'll cover later in this video called Objdump. Okay, if I run the S and if I run hello world, and if I scroll up, see the hello world file has got a interrupt section. Okay, so get back to that one. So if I run, what it is instructing, it is instructing with the -R option that do not copy that specific section to a new file. Okay, so Objcopy -R .interp, okay, and this is the base file, source file, hello world, and I'm going to copy it without new hello world. Okay, so if I do that, now if I see if I go up, I'm going up, sorry about the scrolling, but that is what I have to do for a small frame like this. See, there is no interrupt section. Objcopy copies verbatim what is there in hello world to new hello world without dot interrupt section, right? So the R flag means not include, as simple as that. Okay, move on to the next one. Copy only a particular section using J option. Now -J will do the reverse of capital R. It will copy only the section you mention to a new file. So let us try that. So if I do -J okay, then new hello world, right? So it was not there, the interrupt section was not there in new hello world, right? Now it is supposed to be contained only that section, because we are passing the J flag, and J flag is supposed to copy the exclusive mention section to the new file. Okay, never mind that warning. Let me show you. See, the new file now have only interrupt section, nothing else is there. It is exclusively copied from the source file to a new file on this specific section, or whatever the section. There are many other sections I showed you in the very first step, right? I'm sticking with only one section because of your easy understandability, for you to understand it easily. Okay, there are several other sections. I'm just sticking on to one just to make sure you understand what is going on. Okay, so J will copy the exclusive mention section to the new file, as simple as that. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. It says preserve the access and modification date using P option. Okay, so if we go here, so if I do okay, if I stat it, this one, and then again stat the new one, see, it is preserved whatever the permission is. Okay, and time, everything almost identical. Okay, so move on to the next section. This is pretty ordinary, right? But this is the way this tool works. That's why I'm showing it to you. Prefix symbol with a string using prefix symbol option. Okay, so if I go here and if I say I wrote a specific string KERN, you can replace it with anything you like. Okay, so okay, so now we have written a specific string. It should be prepended with all the symbol. To look inside the file, for that we use a tool called Readelf, which I'll cover in the below section more detail about that. Okay, if I write readelf and if I give the new file name, sorry, I need to read the symbol, S signifies that. You can see the string is getting prepended with all the symbol it is enlisting, right? You are able to see it, right? Look under the name section. Each and every symbol gets prepended with a current word, what we have mentioned. Okay, so for instance, if you want to mention something specific related to some specific symbol, you can do so like this. Okay, all right, so go to the next section. Change all the global symbol to weak using weaken option. So as it says, this can be useful while building an object file that can be linked with other object file using the -r option to the linker. Okay, so if we go here and we do as you show, now you have seen this output in the previous section I shown to you, right? Okay, so if I write we can okay, now if I read that file again, you see, look under the bind, look under the bind column. You can see it, right? Okay. I don't know. I'm wildly assuming people who are seeing this have some sort of sense of what I'm showing, because I'm not going to explain you each and every minute detail of it. I'm expecting whoever is seeing it make a sense out of it. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but that's the way I'm doing it right now. Okay, so retain source file name symbol using keep file symbols option. Okay, so here is something. So if I go here, if I write Objcopy strip debug hello world, when I compiled the hello world file, I used the -g compiler command, so it can include the debug information inside the generated executable. This command is essentially trying to stripping the debug information, whatever there inside the executable, and put it into the new file, which is also a replica of it without the strip debug symbol. Okay, now if I read elf s new hello world, it's certainly stripped. I'm just scrolling up, you can see there is a sim tab section which contains 28 entries. Okay, if I scroll down, the same sim tab entry now contains 26 entries. I'm just pointing out the apparent visual distinction. Okay, okay, so now if I try the second one, and it also says keep file symbols. Okay, so if I'm going to read again, so as it is, if we rerun the Objcopy with keep file symbol option, the source file name was not stripped off. Okay, so if I go here, and you can see again there is the stripped entry has come back again. You can see it again contains 28 entries. It was 26, right? So so Objdump for object file internals disassemble the assembly code. I try to write the line as correctly as possible, so there should not be any ambiguity. So if I go here again, as I shown to you, I have a object file in this directory, okay, and if I run Objdump, and with the flag D stands for disassemble. Now if I give the -m flag, which is machine specific instruction set, in this case it is Intel, okay, -s, which is nothing but the source object file, okay. I can't type today, right? What's wrong? Okay, so here, see, it disassembled the object file content, okay, with a machine specific to Intel instruction set. You can see it from there, right? The assembly which is playing with the registers, right? Okay. Now read ELF options check. It is utility to check ELF file. So it has got so many options, and I'm going to show you one by one, okay. So to check the header section of an ELF file, use readelf -h, then the name of the binary file or ELF file, whatever you say. If I go into the other pane and if I write readelf -h hello world, see, it looks like this. Let me run it again for you. So it looks like this, the header information of a ELF file, okay. All right, so the next thing is to check the relocation section of an ELF file, okay. Again, if I run readelf -r, then the binary, okay. So the relocation section in the ELF file looks like this. And it's a dynamic part, okay. Okay, so to check the dynamic section of an ELF file, use readelf -d, okay, readelf -d, clear the screen first. So the dynamic section looks like this. To check the process address space of an ELF file, use readelf capital S hello world. Okay, let me get to the it's not. Okay, so it starts here. And it's end up like this. Okay, so to check the symbol table of an ELF file, use readelf small s, then the binary file. Readelf small s. Okay. So it looks like this. Okay, so the last section is this is a tool called nm to check the symbol using object file or executable. Okay, so what it does, virtual address of the symbol, a character which depict the symbol type. If the character is in lowercase, then the symbol is local, but if the character is in uppercase, then the symbol is external. Name of the symbol. These are the significance of this binary. Now there are a few more things. The character that identifies symbol type describe, you can see, right? Or do you want me to read it out? Okay, so first thing, to display all undefined symbol in an executable. Okay, and you these are the undefined symbol in the executable hello world. Now if you want to display all the symbols, all you have to do, pass the -n flag to nm. you can see it's showing all the symbol in the executable, the specific executable I pass as an argument. Okay, all right, so to see the search for a symbol and display its size, so if I write nm hyphen capital S, then the binary pipe it wrapping to specific symbol, okay. Now if I use the dynamic symbols, okay, now if we want to change the format, by default the format in BSD format. In this case we are going to change it to POSIX format. Hyphen F is the flag. Okay, so display only the external symbols of an executable. So we need to pass the -G option. So it will show you all the external symbols. Now sort the nm output by the symbol size. So nm-g hyphen size sort so it sort out according to the size of the symbol. Okay, so for that you need to pass -G flag with -size -sort. Okay, the last one, the act symbol. Say all the command I have shown to you about nm, you can put it inside a file, and if you do nm and add the file where you put all the nm flags. So basically the @, it will read from that specific file where you mention all the options. Like I have mentioned F, G, D, U, right? So if that kind of options are there and you want to access it at once, instead, as I shown to you one by one, just to make sure you get it right. For instance, if I wanted to find out something about the executable or object file, I could have run it at once to get things done. So this is the way. If you put those flags in a file and if you mention with that specific file, so nm will run through that and provide you the result. Okay, it's a kind of batch way of getting things done. Okay, so I believe I went really slow. The only reason is that I thought if I go slow, probably people will have more chance to catch up. So I believe this video will give some sort of heads up to everyone, whoever is not accustomed. So at least you get something to know to head start, and I'm sure you will do much better than me, whatever I have shown to you here, once you get a grasp of it. Okay, and if you have other better way to do that, kindly do let me know in the comment section so I can pick it up from there. Okay, so thanks for watching.